Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now the main headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi says that today's world is in dire need of the Holy Prophet and Imam Ali's Islamic approach. Shias in Brazil celebrate the blessed birth anniversary of Sayyidah Fatima al-Ma'sooma alayhi salam. Taliban ban on Afghanistan international media condemned as violation of free press. And alarming underreporting of Islamophobic attacks in Germany. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear viewers. This is Yunus Dawood and you're watching Shia Waves live from London, only on Imam Hussein TV 3. The Supreme Religious Authority, His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Hussein al-Shirazi, stated on Thursday that the world today is in dire need of implementing the true Islamic approach brought by the Holy Prophet and was followed by his successor, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi emphasized that the current world is filled with killing, deprivation, and millions are suffering due to not truly implementing the true divine approach. His Eminence highlighted that the prevailing politics, whether in Islamic or countries or Western nations, boasting freedom and justice, are based on oppression, deprivation, and rights violations, requiring the policy of the Holy Prophet and Imam Ali alayhi salam. He stressed that the humanity needs to adopt the exemplary policy left by the Holy Prophet and Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen, as it outlined in their teachings and actions, affirming that the world needs the Islamic approach to achieve prosperity worldwide. Shia Muslims in Cutuba, Brazil have celebrated the blessed birth anniversary of Sayyidah Fatima al-Ma'sooma alayhi salam during ceremonial programs. The believers held special ceremonial events and programs starting from the Imam Ali Mosque in the city. The events launched under the theme of Open Door Days in a special effort to attract non-Muslim and Brazilian society to introduce them to true Shia faith. They mentioned that these events saw Husseini gatherings, Quranic sessions, seminars, as well as programs for children and women and communal meals. The mosque officials expressed their great happiness for being able to serve the Ahlul Bayt and their faith, emphasizing that the Imams of guidance are the ships to salvation, not only for Shia or Muslims, but all humanity who recognize their rights and appreciate their great morals. They also highlighted the influencing and attracting others requires adopting of principles of peaceful coexistence and positive dialogue by reflecting the authentic Muhammadi ethics embodied by the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. The Afghanistan Journalists Center has condemned the Taliban's decision to ban work and cooperation with Afghanistan International Radio and Television, calling it a violation of country's media laws. In a statement issued on Thursday, the Journalists Center said the Taliban's media violations and complaints commissions orders for all journalists and experts to cease collaboration with Afghanistan International is contrary to the essence of free speech and urged the Taliban to respect the rights of free media. The Taliban should respect and adhere to the rights of the free media and their audiences based on media laws and allow the Commission to address complaints and potential violations by Afghanistan International according to media law. The statement read that the Taliban has accused Afghanistan International of inciting prejudice, character assassination, and distorting news. However, press freedom advocates have decried the move as part of the Taliban's broader efforts to control the narrative and restrict independent media in the country. The international community has voiced concerns over the Taliban's crackdown on media freedom, seen as a significant setback for democracy in Afghanistan. Let us remind our respective viewers of today's headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi says that today's world is in dire need of the Holy Prophet and Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib's Islamic approach. Shias in Brazil celebrate the blessed birth anniversary of Sayyidah Fatima al-Ma'sooma alayhi salam. Taliban ban on Afghanistan international media condemned as violation of free press. Also tonight, the UNRWA says that 110,000 fleeing Gaza amid intensifying Israeli bombardment. A concerning new report from Human Rights Watch, the HRW, has revealed that 9 out of 10 Muslim victims of Islamophobic attacks in Germany do not report the incident to the police. According to Human Rights Watch researcher Almaz Tefera, many Muslims believe that the authorities will not take their complaints seriously. Research on anti-Muslim discrimination showed that 9 out of 10 survey respondents have not reported the most recent anti-Muslim racism. Why is that? How you can trust authorities that don't understand or acknowledge anti-Muslim racism to help you in a situation where you have been attacked based on your identity. The report found that the hostility towards Muslims is widespread across German society, including schools where Muslim students face anti-Muslim sentiment. Tefera stressed that the German authorities have not officially recognized anti-Muslim racism as a form of racism and tend to treat attacks on Muslims as anti-Islamic motivated crime rather than racism. The rising popularity of far-right parties in Germany has also contributed to an increase in attacks on immigrant and ethnic minority communities, the report found. According to official figures, approximately 5 million Muslims reside in Germany today. And now we'll continue with some shorter news. In a report published on Thursday, Human Rights Watch said that Sudan's Parliamentary Rapid Support Forces, or the RSF, and allied militias killed at least thousands of people in West Darfur state, calling it crimes against humanity and genocide. RSF attacks on the Masalit tribe and other non-Arab groups between April and November of 2023 were some of the worst atrocities in the ongoing civil war, which started that April. The report added that the attacks in El Janina, the capital of West Darfur, saw entire neighborhoods housing primarily displaced Masalit communities looted, burned, shelled, and razed to the ground. The rights group said that between June of 2023 and April of 2024, Human Rights Watch interviewed more than 222 people in Chad, Uganda, Kenya, and South Sudan. It said its researchers also reviewed and analyzed more than 120 photographs and videos of the events, satellite imagery, and documents shared by humanitarian groups to collaborate or corroborate the amounts of abuses. Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir has accused internal forces of unleashing digital terrorism and attempting to sow division between the military and the public through lies and fake news and propaganda. In his speech to army officers, Munir said the designs of these forces would be defeated with the support of the nation, referring to ongoing social media campaigns accusing the army of being involved in politics and maneuvering the February general elections. His speech coincided with the first anniversary of the attacks on military installations during violent protests against the brief arrest of jailed ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan in a corruption case in Islamabad on May 9th last year. Social media was predominantly exploited by several political parties, notably Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or the PTI, to run their election campaigns, has been facing bans and suspensions over the past few years. The UNESCO's World Heritage Committee unanimously adopted a resolution concerning the Old City of Jerusalem and its walls, reaffirming previous decisions of the committee to keep the Old City of Jerusalem and its walls on the list of World Heritage Sites in danger. In addition to the resolution of Al-Khalil Hebron, the Batir village in Bethlehem, this decision was made during the 45th session of the UNESCO held in the capital city of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Expertise welcomed the decision of the World Heritage Committee. The Foreign Ministry emphasized the importance of Jerusalem and the need to preserve it from distortion or destruction, as it is a true beacon for religions and gateway to the historical heritage and cultural world with its Muslim and Christian inhabitants. It stressed that the necessity of implementing UNESCO's resolutions included sending a permanent delegate to Jerusalem to monitor Israel's violations and its attempts to erase its historical, cultural, and religious landmarks to change existing situation. The International Rescue Community, or the IAC, has raised the alarm about a worsening humanitarian crisis in northwest Nigeria. Over the past 2 months, armed attacks have displaced at least 10,000 people and killed 92 in the Zamfara and Sokoto states, with many more kidnapped. The attacks have left thousands of people without access to basic necessities like water, sanitation, and health services. Over half of those affected are women, putting them at risk of exploitation and abuse. The RIC is calling for urgent humanitarian assistance and for all parties to uphold the protection of civilians. The organization has been working in Nigeria since 2012, providing critical relief and recovery programs in the region. A thick atmosphere has been detected around a planet that's twice as big as Earth in a nearby solar system, researchers reported on Wednesday. The so-called super-Earth known as 55 Cancri E is among the rocky planets outside our solar system with a significant atmosphere wrapped a blanket of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. According to the researchers, the exact amounts are unclear. Earth's atmosphere is a blend of nitrogen, oxygen, argon, and other gases, confirming that the discovery is a promising sign that the other such rocky planets with thick atmospheres could exist that may be more hospitable. The United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees, or UNRWA, reported on Friday that around 110,000 people have fled the city of Rafah in Gaza Strip, seeking safety from the escalating Israeli bombardment. As Israel's bombardment intensifies in Rafah, forced displacement continues, UNRWA stated. Nowhere is safe in the Gaza Strip and living conditions are atrocious. The only hope is an immediate ceasefire. This mass displacement comes after the Israeli military issued evacuation orders for Palestinians in the eastern Rafah earlier this week. A move is seen as a prelude to a major Israeli offensive on the city, which is home to 1.5 million displaced Palestinians. On Tuesday, Israeli forces seized control of the Rafah border crossing, closing it to all traffic and further isolating Gaza. The Israeli attacks are in retaliation for an October 2023 Hamas incursion that killed around 1,200 people so far. Israel's 7-month war has killed over 34,900 Palestinians, mostly women and children, and injured 78,500 others, according to Palestinian health authorities. We have reached the end of today's Shia Waves. Let's remind our viewers of today's headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi says that today's world is in dire need of the Holy Prophet and Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib's Islamic approach. Shias in Brazil celebrate the blessed birth anniversary of Sayyidah Fatima al-Ma'sooma alayhi salam. The Taliban ban on Afghanistan international media condemned as violation of free press. Alarming underreporting of Islamophobic attacks in Germany. And the United Nations says that 110,000 flee Gaza amid intensifying Israeli bombardment. You can view the latest news on our Shia Waves website, or you can send news of your city or country to be published on our news agency. Contact us on the numbers at the bottom of your screen. Thank you all for watching, and we pray to Allah the Almighty to hasten the reappearance of the Master of our time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Karbala, a glimpse of his shrine would suffice. A flag graced by his holy tomb feels just as nice. Imam Hussein TV have the privilege of exclusively obtaining special flags from the holy shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. This flag can be delivered to your home, and you can have the blessings of Karbala in your own residence.